Welcome back to another episode of Sports Dan Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Hooker here, and today's episode is my game of the week. My game of the week is number 6, Georgia, traveling to number 15, Tennessee. And this game, the SEC opener for Georgia, so this is also the SEC opener for Tennessee. So in this game, we'll see a lot of new wrinkles in offenses and the defenses, and we'll see what team can make those crucial plays and what team can make the least mistakes to come out with the win. For this game, there are 3 keys to the game. It's going to be very simple. Number 1, the quarterback battle. Both teams have new quarterbacks, and we've seen one quarterback flourish in his new opportunity with Tennessee. Joey Aguilar has done amazing, has thrown for over 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and with what he's done with this Tennessee offense, you can say he has been an upgrade from Nico from last year. And so with this offense humming and flowing, with Deshaun Bishop and Star Thomas in the backfield, both rushing the ball very well, we'll see how Georgia's defense can align with the Tennessee's offense. Because Tennessee's offense, Josh Heupel does a great job of having his playmakers go one-on-one. So Chris Brazil II and Mike Matthews that will have a lot of opportunities to go one-on-one with the Georgia secondary. For Georgia side, you have Gunnar Stockton, who looked good in his first game against Marshall, but as time went on, you wanted to see better and more efficient offense from Gunnar through the air. And last game, he did not do that. So going into a hostile environment like Neyland Stadium with over 100,000 fans, we want to see how can Gunnar embrace the environment and how quickly his nerves can be calm. Because I want to see 2 things from Gunnar Stockton this Saturday. I want to see him have control of the offense and have confidence within himself. Because at times we've seen Gunnar hesitate to make certain throws where Kirby Smart has already said to the media, the Gunnar in practice needs to translate to the Gunnar in game. So if he has those 2 C's, control and confidence within the game on Saturday, Georgia has a good chance of winning. But now, with how both quarterbacks are looking, the defenses play a pivotal role. Because Georgia wants to have balance. Georgia has a trio of running backs that can all run the ball and all be efficient to the ground. You have your balance back with Nate Frazier, who was the leading rusher last year. Then you have Chauncey Bowens, who is supposed to be the power back, but he has a quick sidestep. And you have the world-class sprinter, Dwight Phillips, who's been the most efficient running back in the room, averaging over 7 yards a carry. And when I look at those stats, and I see Georgia also added Zachariah Branch, they also added Noah Thomas, they got Kobe Young back, and you sprinkle in London Humphreys, you sprinkle in 5-star freshman Taylor, also Dylan Bell, shows me that this Tennessee secondary has a lot to handle. Because you are out of no Jamal McCoy and no Ricky Gibson. And then you also have to add in, you might not have Jackson Moy on the defensive line. So you can't have Jackson Moy filling those gaps against the stout run game, because Georgia has run the ball for over 190 yards in both games to start the season. But then you can rebuttal that on Georgia's side with new starters in the secondary with Kyron Jones and either Elijah Robinson IV or Daniel Harris, because both players are new at the start of the season. Because last season, Julian Humphrey was the starter over Daniel Harris. But now, in this game, it'll either be Daniel Harris or Elijah Robinson IV. So when I look and see which players are starting, if the defenses can come out and help their quarterback the most, that team will win the football game. Because in a game like this, the defense matters the most. The first team that scores 20 points will win this game. I'm telling you that right now. The first team to score 20 points will win this game. And then the last key of this game will be the coaching battle, because we all know how elite of a coach Kirby Smart is. Kirby Smart is 4-0 against Josh Heupel. But with everything going on at Georgia, is this Heupel's best chance at defeating Georgia? I think yes, because Georgia has a new quarterback in Gunnar Stockton, and you've seen him not be as confident in himself as maybe his coach can be, as maybe his teammates can be. There's some injuries on the O-line with freshman starter Juan Gaskin, who is questionable already in this game. And then you have former All-SEC tackle Ernest Green III. We don't know if he's playing. He's probable, but, in those situations, we have to see until game time. And then you also have the home crowd behind you in Neyland Stadium. 102,000, rocking. So I believe this is Josh Heupel's best chance to beat Georgia. And do I think he gets it done? No, but I do believe this will be a close game. I believe this game will be a 27-17 game. And I believe that Georgia comes out on top because of these reasons right here. A, Georgia's defense shows up more than Tennessee's. I believe Georgia's defensive line can dominate. Georgia's front seven against Tennessee's offensive line can dominate, because the amount of talent that you have across the defensive line, across the linebacker room, I believe there's not a lot of teams in America that can match that talent with also the coaching that you have with Kirby Smart and defensive coordinator Glenn Schumann. And then with the offensive side of the ball, I think Georgia makes Gunnar a threat in the run game. And if he's a threat in the run game, that means the running backs will have more open holes in the run game. Also, if they're efficient in the run game, expect to play action deep ball. Because last game, Georgia did not complete a pass over 25 yards. So expect that from Georgia. I do expect it to be early so that it can help Gunnar's nerves early in the game and help him build confidence throughout the game. So right now, Georgia's my winner. Those are my reasons why. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm your host, Jonathan Hooker. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.